Who was the real MVP of the main character trio in their duel against Paradox? The answer is no one, or rather all of them. Yugi, Judai and Yusei were all equally crucial to winning this duel. Yusei activates Reincarnation of Hope to ensure that Atem can freely add Dark Magician during his turn. He synchro summons Junk Gardna, which he uses to fend off two 4K beatsticks, those being Malefic Cyber End Dragon and Malefic Rainbow Dragon. Yusei crucially not only puts them both in defense position, but also keeps Junk Gardna alive through Miracle's Wake. Judai's hand only has one usable card, and that is Flute of Summoning Kuriboh. Everything else is Neos or requires another monster on the field to use. I see a lot of people in the comments of these Bonds Beyond Time videos saying that Judai did most of the heavy lifting, but what would Judai's turn even look like had Yusei not kept his Junk Gardna alive or forced both of Paradox's monsters in defense position? Judai is still very crucial to winning this duel, but that is insane bias if you think he did most of the work. That being said, Judai follows up on Yusei's turn. He fuses Neos with Junk Gardna to create Neos Knight, which can attack twice and with it takes down Cyber End and Rainbow. Judai then gets to play some defense. He stops Malefic Paradox Dragon's attack with Hero Barrier. Paradox responds with Malefic Claw Stream to destroy Neos, but Judai revives Neos Knight with Elemental Mirage. Paradox can only attack with Malefic monsters due to the anime version of Malefic World still having some restrictions to it. Atem on his turn gets to add Dark Magician to his hand thanks to Reincarnation of Hope and summons him with Ancient Rules. Through bond between teacher and student, he brings out Dark Magician Girl from his deck. And with Magic Gate of Miracles, Atem critically takes back Stardust Dragon for Yusei and overcomes Paradox's Dragon's attack reduction effect. And with Magic Twin Burst, Atem takes down Paradox Dragon, but Paradox immediately responds by summoning Malefic Truth Dragon. Atem ends his turn by setting two face downs. Paradox then summons the malefic forms of Blue Eyes and Red Eyes. Dark Magician Girl is attacked by Red Eyes and Judai responds with Diffusion. Okay, this is weird. That Diffusion that you see revealed is Atem's card. The other two cards that Judai has set down are Neo's Spiral Force and Flute of Summoning Kuriboh. Why was Judai the one who used it? No idea. Maybe the writers wanted to give this privilege since he is the fusion-focused protagonist. Or was it because it is his monster, that one that gets diffused? Either way, Neos Knight gets split back into Neos and Junk Gardna. Dark Magician Girl is saved by Junk Gardna but not Dark Magician, who is destroyed by Blue Eyes. Malefic Truth Dragon's effect activates, to which Yusei responds with Stardust's anti-destruction effect. But Paradox uses Malefic Truth Dragon's other effect to protect it from destruction. He then attacks Neos, destroys him, and its first effect procs to destroy Dark Magician Girl and Junk Gardna and burn the trio for 1600 damage. Paradox reveals Malefic Divide to bring back Malefic Stardust for one final direct attack. Judai steps in and activates Flute of Summoning Kuriboh, allowing Atem to add Kuriboh to his hand, using its effect to save the trio. It is the end phase, which means Stardust gets to come back. And with Yusei inspired by Atem's and Judai's unyielding combo, he activates Stardust Mirage to bring back all their destroyed monsters. Yusei draws and readies for battle. Atem and Judai give Yusei their strength by doubling Stardust's attack with Dark Spiral Force and Neo's Spiral Force. All three ace monsters join together for one final attack against Truth Dragon to defeat Paradox. Everyone was essential for victory, both during and after their turn. No one carried more than the other. But there is still a lot of strange things with this duel. Again, why did Judai activate Atem's diffusion for him? My guess is that it looked cooler if Judai did it, I guess. But why did Judai not use Neo's Spiral Force on Dark Magician when Malefic Blue Eyes attacked? I am going to assume that because both Spiral Force cards state that you can't attack with their respective monsters the turn you use these cards, they can only be activated during your turn. But then again, the cards don't even require you to have Dark Magician or Neos in your field to activate them. Only that you can't attack with said monsters this turn. I feel like these cards were just worded very poorly and that their text wasn't what the writers intended for them to be. Some people also say that Paradox could have won if he just attacked Dark Magician Girl with Blue Eyes and it would have been exactly enough damage for him to win this turn. But she was in defense position, so no battle damage would have come of it. Paradox could have instead attacked with Truth Dragon against Dark Magician. This would have been enough damage for Paradox to win off the battle damage and Truth's burn effect. And I have no idea why he didn't do this. Did he really steal Yusei's card and did not bother reading it? Like, He should be aware that Stardust can negate and destroy Truth Dragon, and Truth Dragon can in turn protect itself. Even if Judai and Yugi did their Karibo combo to avoid the damage from Dark Magician being destroyed, he still has Blue Eyes to attack with. Blue Eyes can then attack Neos and proc Truth Dragon's destruction and burn effect to win. Paradox could then activate Malefic Divide to bring Malefic Stardust back and attack directly for game. The trio had nothing left in their hand or field to stop them from being wiped out. Or even better, he could also straight up go after Stardust himself. That would instantly win him the duel. Yu-Gi-Oh! Characters can still make mistakes as duelists, but this seems quite silly coming from a major villain trying to be a threat to the original Protag trio. The other big issue that is more so commonly mentioned is that Stardust should not have returned to the field because he was not properly synchro summoned. Paradox Dragon's effect to bring out a synchro monster doesn't count as Stardust being synchro summoned. And if he could, shouldn't he be on Paradox's field since it was his monster? I can be more forgiving with this since Paradox did some nonsense to literally snatch away Yusei's Stardust in the middle of their duel and ran away with it. Stardust coming back is either just another oversight, or the main characters just conveniently having cards work differently in their favor. There are other minor errors to talk about, but I find them all to be irrelevant. Except maybe Pegasus still being shown having his Millennium Eye. Maybe they kept it as it makes Pegasus more recognizable by the more nostalgic audiences. Even with all of this, Bonds Beyond Time is still a very entertaining movie, and I am glad that truly no main character was more relevant than the other. Do you agree with me that Yugi, Judai, and Yusei were all equally important in this duel? Did you enjoy Bonds Beyond Time? There's another topic that I want to discuss before finishing, and it involves Yu-Gi-Oh! Crossovers and special seasons. Aside from the ceremonial duel of Yugi versus Judai, and these dual-hour shorts with Yuya, Yuma, Yusaku, and Yusei, we have never seen Yu-Gi-Oh! Protags together. What other Yu-Gi-Oh! Crossovers or special content would you be excited to see? Bonds Beyond Time 2 is the big one everyone wants, and I would be down for it as well. But I would also like to see a continuation of GX Post Season 4, where Judai travels around the world. Or a sort of Brotherhood version of 5Ds, where we get Dark Signer Crow. What anime-related content would you love to see from the franchise? Any of the ones I mentioned? Or something different and spicier? Let me know in the comment section below. And thank you so much for watching.